This doll has been made as an entry for the Kiro One of a Kind challenge hosted by Kiro's Workshop on Instagram. Please check out their work on Instagram or here on YouTube. Hey folks, welcome back to Rose Art Book. Today I'll show you how I made Stella, a doll based on the signification of my name, who also embodies many things that are, well, my style. As a base, I used a second-hand Spectra doll. The sculpting of the face was speaking to me. I prepped her like usual, removing the hair and then the face with pure acetone. For the hair, I chose this mint-colored Canicalon hair dubbed the Unicorn Tears that I bought from Retro Dolls US. I used my homemade rooting tool to stab it in the doll's head. To curl the hair, I wrapped straws in it. I would use hot air to help set it later. Then I sprayed her with 3 layers of Mr. Super Clear sealant and started on her face. My name is Kate Rosalie. Kate comes from Catherine, that means pure, so I wanted her face to reflect that. With her cheekbones, I was thinking a lot about young Shelley Duvall, or even model Alison Harvard. I went for a soft, peachy blushing with pale glossy eyes and full lips. I usually start by sketching her eye shape, then I gave the initial blushing. I go mostly by feeling and I work a bit of everything all at once. I seal again with MSC every time I need to save my progress or when the colors stop building. Layering is definitely key. On this face-up, I sealed about 7 times. A white canvas is usually harder to work with because you can only go darker. The key here is to go slowly and try to go light-handed and with softer colors. Take your time and layer, 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 and layer. I finished her face by adding some highlights with white acrylic paint and painting white eyelashes through the shadows created by the blushing. Then I used a glossy varnish on both eyes and lips. Once released, the hair looked just the right texture to me, but I did trim it a bit shorter off camera. I followed by blushing on the body. I didn't want it to erase Spectra's translucent lips. Instead, I blushed them with a peachy color. On the body, I used Krayon's matte finish sealant. Why? Because I still have some, and it works fine with pastels, and it's easier to get by than MSC. I don't know if I will purchase it again once I empty my can, though. I apparently did not film it, but I glued tiny pieces of plastic doll packaging on her hands with super glue to give her long nails. Then I made her tiny bracelets with colorful beads I had on hand. For the outfit now. I first designed a skirt pattern with paper towels before cutting the fabric. I went on to decorate it with some hand embroidery. Still in the theme of the challenge, I designed her whole outfit to fit the pure aesthetics, but also other aspects of me. My favorite colors are green and red, and I am a huge fan of the classic design of black and white. My zodiac sign is Scorpio, which fitted with dark red. I also added the Scorpio symbol on her skirt. I also used a lot of roses in my design to embody my middle name, Rosalie. I also played on the fact that in French, my mother tongue, the word rose referred to both the flower and the color pink, so I added a hint of pink here and there. In the end, I added more layers to the skirt and I sew a black border on it. I added a button to close it too, but I would later remove it. The skirt is stretchy enough to not need it. I made her a bustier, the same way I make armor. I heated a piece of fun foam with the flame of a tiny candle and pressed it on a doll's body to mold its shape. I then painted it with glossy nail polish and layered iridescent glitter on top. Once done, I affixed tiny metal hoops on the back with super glue to be able to lace the top with a tiny pink ribbon. I added strings of pearls and gems to her top. You see here, I did draw a full Scorpio tattoo in the back, but it ended up not showing in the final design. Here, you see me change my mind. I removed the button from the skirt and sew it shut. I would also glue it to the base of her bustier. I then shuffled in my things and found these cute kits of beads with some flowers and leaves shapes. I selected a few to be repainted and added them to the dress and later on in her hair. I had these shoes I got from a friend. I simply repainted them black and white with acrylics. Lastly, I made her wings because I love angelic creatures in art. I made a simple shape in plastic, then glued some feather with hot glue. Careful, I almost burned myself a few times in the process. And after finishing those, she was finally done. What do you think? I personally think it's my best repaint so far. I am in love with her face. You have thoughts, comments, questions? Please sign off in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram and deviantART. See you guys in the next one. Bye!